So welcome to Speak Life, Beloved. Go to my brethren ministry with your sister in Christ, Rachel Carleen Renee, a servant and daughter of the Most High God, Lord and King. This and that just came out of nowhere as soon as I clicked on. So I welcome all those that the Lord have sent on this June 7th, 2025, praying all is well with you, beloved. And I'm just going to get into this word because it's a good one. I just sent a sister recording of this revelation because me and her had a conversation maybe 2 days ago or so. And yeah, I was asking, would she see? And so I cried out to the Lord today about it, and he answered straight in his word, and I knew he would. He is faithful. So tonight what I came to talk about is seasons change, but God doesn't. Seasons change, but the Lord thy God which is in heaven does not. Okay. So it says, sow good seeds in season and reap a harvest. You know, we all want that harvest, but who's want to dig up the soil and sort out the seeds, plant the seeds and water them and fertilize them and then wait? Yeah, because we came here only to sow or to water. Yeah. So I got this word. Like I said, I was in prayer, and I know the Lord is trying to tell me something in this time, but I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting it. And why? I don't know, but I'm not getting it. And so it bothers me. It bothers me. So that's why you heard a click. That's why I went into a posture of crying out to the Lord. That's my prayer posture anyway. But I went into a posture crying out to my daddy. But I had got my word, and I just didn't read it until I studied it or dissect it or go into it, the living word, until tonight. Looking for a bookmark. Okay, I got all kind of bookmark. Okay. So my word came from Ecclesiastes, one of my favorite books and favorite chapter. It is the very first chapter that I read in the Bible, I believe. And so is Ecclesiastes. Now, the thing about this tonight is I didn't go past the first verse. Couldn't get past the first verse of Ecclesiastes 3. So let us get an understanding, because many of us are in places or times in our lives where we don't understand what's going on. However, what have we sown? What have we sown? What have we sown that's going to produce something? And what is it producing? Because we're seeing it. We're seeing our produce. We're seeing our fruit. You know a tree by its fruit. Oh, dear God. So, what have we sown? So, verse 1 in Ecclesiastes 3, this is where I got stuck first. To everything, there's a season. So, when I said season, I heard the click that usually in Speak Life is a click. I heard that click. So, I knew the Lord was like, no, don't go past that. So, to everything, there's a season. So, I was like, okay, let me look up the word season. Season is a time, a day, a year. It's there was a word in there that I was really surprised at. I'm in Strong's. I would show you the cover, but there is no cover. There is a cover somewhere around here. But season, all my books, especially pertain to the Bible, is very well loved. So season is a time, an appointed. So an appointment also. And a day, a place of meeting, to disappear as dust, inopportunely, to spice. Sounds like to spice. to season, okay? Opportune, suitable. It's almost like that. Help me. To set or proper time, temporary, an hour. So, okay. So, season is a time. Okay, and I was like, okay, season is a time. To everything there is a season or time. I was like, what is a thing, though? What is a thing? And that's when I got revelation. What is a thing? I have learned, and especially since he keeps sending me Matthew 18, to come as a child. And not to come as a teacher or someone that knows what God is saying, but come as a child. Come as a child to God. So, I came as a child. What is a thing? What is a thing? I'm trying to get this camera right. What is a thing? And that's when I got my answer. Okay, so a thing is something said. Thing. Just, right. Something, anything. Work. Property. Word or command. Secured loan. Life. Breath. Wind. And spirit. I didn't look that one up. So a thing can be life, it can be the breath, it could be the soul, it could be the wind, it could be the spirit. No, don't say spirit here. It says life, breath, soul, and wind, but wind means spirit also. It could be one, it could be matter. Because a thing, the thing hoped for, the matter, the substance of something. So it can be a barrier. So I stuck with, but I'm curious about this wind now because I didn't look that up. But I said, okay, a word or a command. And it opened up for me. It opened up for me my answer by using word or a command. 53:15. Ooh, okay. It's a breath, a breathing creature, an animal. These are all things. It could be a person. It could be the heart. It could be your cells. It could be life. It's a thing because everything was created. So, everything, you find that word thing in a lot in the Bible because that's what it is. It's a thing. But a thing is a thing. So I went to John House, the favorite floor I like going on. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things, all commands, all words were made by Him. Because a thing has a name. Things have names. So they're words, okay? They're names. All names were made by Him. All words were made by Him. And without the Father or God was not anything or any command or word or name made that was made. It was all made by Him. So Ecclesiastes 3, to every word, every command, every name, every thing, there's a season or a time for it. So it made me self-reflect and see the answer of what I was asking the Lord. And a time or season to every purpose under heaven, because time is not above heaven. God is time. I mean, he's eternal. So, to every command, there's a season for that command. So, what I also realized before I got that was, what do my life look like in every season? Something occurs in every season. Just like winter season is usually in those places that get snow, it gets cold, it gets the sun gets darkened by clouds or whatever the case may be. Everything gets still, things get dormant, things go into hibernation. Every winter season, the earth reacts. Every summer season, the earth reacts in a way. Every spring, the earth reacts in a way. Every fall, the earth reacts in a way. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Okay? Or spring, summer, fall, and winter. However you want to look at it. But it should be probably winter, spring, summer, fall. So, what things happen in my life and in your life every season. It's always something that is consistent with the season. Never thought of it like that. So I know I go through seasons where, and so spiritual and nature reflects the spiritual, right? The natural reflects the spiritual, as let your will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So but the season timing spiritually is not the same season timing all the times naturally. Okay, so because spiritual is higher than natural. So I always go through a period of time where the sisters in my life, they all just usually disappear. I may have that one tree that don't lose its leaves. I end up with one sister around me every so often. That happens. I go through alone time and time with the Lord. I have rest seasons. So there's things that's happening in your life every season. Think about it. Around every Mother's Day, a lot of people get gloomy. Around every holiday, people get gloomy because of loss. And they're not really lost, get a click, but loved ones that go on. So it happens every time. People get excited around Christmas time for those that celebrate Christmas, or just like gifts. People may get excited around their birthday unless something tragic happened around their birthday. But I've had things on my birthday, but I usually don't think about those things on my birthday. I think about it being my birthday. Thank God I made it to another year, right? There's things. Valentine's Day, people get into the same thing, whether you're with somebody or not. If you really holding Valentine's Day dear, right, and you don't have nobody, you go through this emotional thing. Now, it usually don't bother me, but I think this year it affected me somehow, okay? But there's things each season within our natural lives we go through. Not even paying attention to it. Not even paying attention to it. This season's where I'm working. Hit a click. I don't know. I better go to the work. And then there's seasons that, I don't know. You just want to relax. You just want to go on vacation. You just want to get a break. Some people that overwork themselves, they go through these overworking seasons and then they go through these burnt out seasons. It's a consistent thing. So to everything or command or word that God has spoken into your life, there is a season. So there's a time period for everything to be done. Which he has given you a command, whether you know it or not, there is a season for that command to be done in and to be completed in that season. So well done, my good and faithful servant. I realize I don't think I'm a candidate for that, So, I thought I wanted to be here, well done, my good and faithful servant. But in a lot of the seasons, I might get started, but that don't mean I always complete the work in that season. And the problem with this is there are connections to each season. There's a connection to each season. So you got to meet your connection. Obedience is better than sacrifice. That's what he says in 1 Samuel 16. Oh, turn to 1 Samuel. Look at the Lord. Yeah, 1 Samuel tells us. This is when Saul is doing his own thing, like many of us. No, it's 1 Samuel 15, sorry. And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. They're giving all these sacrifices to God, doing all these things, serving God, but not being obedient. It's all in vain. It says, because rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord have rejected you from being king. His disobedience stripped him of his title. So what is the disobedience in our lives stripping from us? Because the thing that is sacrifice is not something we want to sacrifice. It could be the very thing you've been praying for years. But due to the fact of the lack of obedience, it's not going to come. Because this is what the Lord tells us. He tells us in Deuteronomy. Don't want to go here. He tells us in Deuteronomy 28, verse 1, and it shall come to pass, my Lord, this is scary. If you shall hearken diligently, so you're going to put effort. If you put effort in hearkening to the Lord, right? If you, this seems like there's no happy medium here with this. So it says, happy medium. It says, it should come to pass. This is going to come to pass. Now, Deuteronomy 28 is something I stand on. So, shame on me. It says, and it shall come to pass if you shall hearken diligently. Like you're going to put effort. You're really going to strive to be obedient. Now, this is, I'm looking for another bookmark. Striving to be obedient. Okay, I got a whole bunch of them. Diligent. You are really putting the effort into being obedient. Yeah, like forefront. It's like the prophets. When he said go, they went. The cherubims, they don't turn from the wheel. They don't turn from the wheel. That's in Ezekiel. So diligent, earnest, to be or make well, very utterly, skillful, to make effort, prompt, energetic, cheerful giving, right? It says more earnest. So it says here, you, put your name there, Rachel, Carly, Renee, I don't want to do it, but shall hearken diligently unto the voice or the word of the Lord, thy God, Rachel, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord your God will set you on high above all nations of the earth. So I know I ain't there. So where is my diligence? It says, ooh, that's a word. So it says, and then what did I just say? It says, and all these blessings shall come on you and overtake you if you shall hearken unto the voice of the word of the Lord thy God. So when that thing is sent in that season, if we are diligent to hear the voice of the Lord and harden not our hearts, to observe and to do all the commandments which he command this day, that the Lord our God will set us on high above all the nations of the earth. That's the total body of Christ. All these blessings shall come upon thee. Put your name, Rachel, Carly, and Renee. Come upon us and overtake thee, Rachel, Carly, and Renee. if you, Rachel, Carleen, Renee, shall hearken unto the voice of the word of the Lord thy God, Rachel, Carleen, Renee's God. So we talk about we love Jesus, right? We following Jesus. Well, he's the voice of God because he's the word of God. So it says, blessed shall you be in the city and blessed shall you be in the field. So you're going to be blessed in the church or in the world. You're going to be blessed in the church and blessed in the world, okay? Blessed shall the fruit of your body. You're going to be able to produce good fruit. And bless the fruit of your ground. Things are going to spring forth. And the fruit of your cattle and the increase of your kin and the flocks of your sheep. So even in ministry, the numbers are going to increase. Blessed shall your basket and your store be. Wherever you storing stuff, that should be, okay? Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out, okay? Just bless. The Lord shall cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before your face. I've seen some of that. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you seven. I haven't seen that part, I don't think. The Lord shall command your blessing upon you in your storehouses and in all that you set your hands. Wait a minute. All that you set your hands unto, and he shall bless you in the land which the Lord thy God gives you. I think I'm missing that part right there. The Lord shall establish you a holy people unto himself, as the Lord has sworn unto you, if you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of you. All the people, all of them. Saved people, unsaved people, all of them. And the Lord shall make you plenteous in goods, in the fruit of your body, in the fruit of your cattle, in the fruit of your ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give unto you. Rachel, Carleen, Renee, South. The Lord shall open unto you his good treasure. I know I've got some things messed up right now. It says, the heaven to give the rain unto your land in his season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Come on, girl. And you shall lend unto many nations, and you shall not borrow. I believe this word. So I believe when it's time for me to buy a house, there's no loan because I'm the lender. I'm not the borrower. There's no loan for no car. There's no loan for no house. People go, I believe it. There's people that pay cash. Somehow, either they're following the Lord or they following the enemy because they're getting blessed by it. I'm just saying. Because this word is true. God's word is sure. So, the work of your hands should be blessed, and you shall lend to many nations. Proverbs 31, she sees a field, and she buy it. Don't say she took no loan out. She buy it with the fruit of her hand. Listen, my life is changing, okay? It says, and the Lord shall make you the head and not the tail. And you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath. If you hearken unto the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, to observe and to do them. And you shall not go aside from any of the words which I command you this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods and to serve them. Now, I pray not to go after other gods, whether they male, female, whether they monetary, whether they the works of my hands. No other gods. Not even myself. No children, no nan, nothing. It says, but it shall come to pass, if you will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Curse shall you be in the city, and curse shall you be in the field. Curse shall be your basket and your store. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body and the fruit of your land and the increase of your kin and the flocks of your sheep. Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you go out. The Lord shall send upon you curses, vexation, rebuke, and all that you set your hands to do until you be destroyed, and until you perish quickly because of the wickedness of your doings whereby you have forsaken